Welcome to FC Insiders. I'm Jason, that's Christo, and that's our special guest, Hotchkiss High School soccer star Rashko.
Hi, it's really nice to be here.
This is the Brazuca, the World Cup ball, and we're going to be talking World Cup today. Let's talk about Group A. Who do you have as favorites?
So Group A, we have Brazil, Croatia, Mexico, and Cameroon. It's a pretty exciting group. Obviously, Brazil is going to make it. That's going to be one of the teams that makes it into the next round. And it's kind of a toss-up for me between Croatia and Cameroon, but I'll have to go with Croatia.
Mexican people are not going to be happy.
My prediction is kind of different because I give a really big chances for Mexico because they are accustomed to the conditions and I know they qualified pretty hard, but I say Brazil and Mexico definitely for me. Yes.
Yeah, I have obviously Brazil, and Cameroon had a lot of hype last World Cup. They didn't live up to it with 3 losses, but Cameroon's got a lot of stars. They got that physical and a fast African style, and I have Cameroon making it as the second team from that group. So Group B, Spain, Netherlands, Chile, Australia. I've referred to it as one of the 3 toughest groups, giving Spain and Netherlands a little bit of a run with Chile. Who do you have, Christo?
I agree. It'll be interesting to see how the final rematch between Spain and Netherlands is going to work out this World Cup. Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting game. I think Chile is going to be one of the very interesting teams this year. Plus, the World Cup is in South America. It's going to be kind of home territory for them. So, kind of a surprise prediction, I think, a little bit. But I have to say Spain and Chile make it out of the first round and the Dutch don't.
For me, for Group B, it all depends on the first games. If Netherlands beat Spain, then I'll say Netherlands will get to the first place. And I would say that Australia doesn't really have chances. So for
kangaroos.
me, yeah, but that's not enough for the World Cup. So I say the 2 European teams will go. So Spain and Netherlands for me.
Yeah, same. I have Spain and Netherlands, but I think Chile will give Netherlands a run for the money. Group C, Colombia. That's his team. Yeah. Greece, Cote d'Ivoire, and Japan. So
maybe I should start here because of Colombia. I mean,
the Falcao lover. Oh.
Yeah, this team. When you say Colombia, most of the people can think only Falcao. But they have a really quick and really skillful team. So, without doubt, here is the first place is for Colombia, and
coffee.
They can go really far away, far in the World Cup. I think second place Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
With Drogba, with Yaya Touré, with Gervinho, they're a pretty strong team. And they are African, so they should be fine in the summer conditions in South Africa.
Yeah, they've a great lineup, but he's biased on Touré maybe.
Yeah, the thing about Cote d'Ivoire is that they usually don't do well in big championships like the African Championship. They've been on 2 finals, they lost them, so we'll see how they do.
All right, I have Colombia first. I don't really like Falcao, but they're going to be good. Japan was pretty good showing. Honda, no Toyota. I don't know what happens. But I do think Cote d'Ivoire is going to be second. You?
I think we're all in agreement. I have to go with Colombia and Cote d'Ivoire for this group.
All right, Group D, bit spicy here. Uruguay, Costa Rica, England, and Italy.
Wow.
You know, I'm just gonna make that gesture of the president of the English Football Association, and he just was like this because of the group that England got, and I'm not. I say that England's not gonna go past the group. For me, Italy and Uruguay, probably Uruguay on the first place.
Yeah, I think when England saw this group, they might have just forfeit all their matches and gone to the next World Cup. I have Italy first. I mean, it's quite a bit interesting because, Uruguay is great and Italy is great, but I think that Italy will be able to beat Uruguay, and I have Italy first and Uruguay.
I'd say Uruguay is a really good team. I wouldn't be surprised to see them all the way to the semifinals again. So Uruguay makes it alive out of the first round, and Italy is a really good tournament team. I mean, they may have all kinds of scandals going up into the tournament, but they, come tournament day, they really play together. They're very good team, defensive minded, very good on counter-attacking. I say Italy and Uruguay make it into the next round.
All right. Oh, they're going to hate us in England now. Switzerland, Ecuador, France, and Honduras make up Group E. What would you say?
Oh boy, that's the joke of all groups, I think. I mean, how's Switzerland a tier 1 team?
Yeah, they got moved into the
they got
pot
Sepp
with
Blatter.
all the-
They got
yes.
Sepp Blatter is
Yes.
what they got.
They got moved into the pot with all the...
And I think
Good
Ecuador
teams.
is a mediocre team. I think they're lucky to be in the World Cup there and not going to make it out of the group. I don't know. France, I don't really like this French team very much. Although I think that Deschamps is a very good coach, so he might be able to put together a pretty good team that actually doesn't go on strike for once. But I may have to go with France and Switzerland just because Honduras
France
and
first.
Ecuador. I'm not really sure. I think it's France and Switzerland.
I'll have to give preference to the South American team. I'm sorry again. So I say Ecuador.
Bold prediction.
No one knows a lot about this team. So, but they make the World Cup. 2006 they made it again. So I think Ecuador and France. I'm not sure who's gonna be first or second. But these are my teams. Switzerland, they made it this far. That's they're a nice team, but I don't know if they're gonna be good in Brazil.
Yeah, I think 3 words can recap that Ukraine wasn't in for France. Benzema was offside. I mean, France didn't qualify the best, but they are France and they do have a great lineup. That's why I have France at number 1, and I think Ecuador can beat Switzerland for number 2. Okay, Group F, Argentina, who he thinks might be able to win the whole
I
thing.
love Argentina. I really like this team. I think that they were.
No, I'm saying the group.
Oh.
He's already too excited about
already
that.
I've
said it.
always loved them too. I mean,
Okay.
it's Argentina.
Well, especially the team that they've had in the past 10
Here
years
we
or so.
go.
It's been really talented. I think Maradona, the best player that I've ever seen play. He's a hell of a player, but not a very good coach. I think he mismanaged the team in the last World Cup. Otherwise, it could have
Yes.
actually gone much further.
Against Germany, yeah.
Cheerleading doesn't cut it.
I'm probably in the same situation as you, because the best player that I've seen and probably that Jason's seen is Lionel Messi, and now he is the number 10. He's the leader.
I
of
still
the
need
team.
to read the group. They're too
No,
excited.
the problem about Argentina is that they don't have a defensive line, and
Zabaleta?
I think this is the case too. I mean, you need a strong defensive line to win a.
Well, they have one player for every line. They have Higuain, Messi, then they have Lamela, Zabaleta. But now I can actually read the group through the excitement. Argentina, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Iran, no nuclear weapons, and Nigeria, Super Eagles.
Some say this is the easiest group.
Well, I have Argentina first, and I think Nigeria will come in second. You?
I think this will be one of the surprises, and Iran is going to come second. I mean, there's no doubt that Argentina is first, but Iran is going to surprise. I've heard some good things about this team, and they're gonna be the surprise. Allez les Bleus!
Wait, we have a random French visitor here that crashed their party.
Benzema was offside! And it was an own goal. No, we're going to focus on Group F. Argentina, unstoppable, I think. And he thinks too.
Well, I think that Bosnia is.
Oh my.
I know. It's
Hear it from
it's going to be
Bulgarians.
my surprise team.
Dark horse.
I think for a small country, which won its independence only in the past few years, to make it on a stage this big, they're going to be totally fired up to do well. They're going to play for all they have. They're going to play for their national pride.
All right. Who's your second? Nigeria,
Argentina and Bosnia. That's pretty clear that Argentina's going to make it.
Edin Dzeko will give you a hug, and he hates City. Okay, now this has been oftenly referred to the group of death. Group G: Germany, Portugal, Ghana, and the United States. Who do you have?
Germany. They're a northern nation, I would say, but they're just a very good team. They're always so good in the group, not so good in the final stage of the tournament, I would say. But Germany and Portugal, I don't know if Ghana and USA have really a chance. I mean, they may be a surprise in this group, but otherwise, Germany and Portugal without problems.
Yeah, people are saying, "Oh, USA is gonna better than Ghana. Can they beat Portugal? Well, they might have as good a chance." Well, Ghana has as good a chance as the USA. Don't get ahead of yourselves. I mean, I have Germany, and I would really like to think of the US going second, but I don't think Ghana can get the second. Honestly, I think US might have a better chance than Ghana, just a little bit. And I think Portugal, Ronaldo's going to be hard to stop. And they do have other good players, too.
Germany makes it out of the first round for sure. It's kind of a toss-up between Portugal, Ghana, and the USA for the second team that will make it out of the group. I'll have to go with the USA. I think that, so for one thing, the USA beat Portugal 8 years ago. They were leading 3-0. Portugal started coming back. We still won. The US won the game 3-2. I think the US matches really well against Portugal because US plays very physical type of soccer, and if they can take Ronaldo out of the picture, I think that the US has a very good chance to win that game. Ghana is going to be an extremely difficult team for the US to beat. It's not a good matchup for the US, but if they can at least get 1 point there, hopefully beat them. I really hope the USA makes it out of the round. This is a very good team, very well coached, and I hope it does well.
And another point here, the United States has the toughest travel schedule. Traveling, I think.
More miles traveled than any other team, right?
And I think they're playing Manaus, which is the hot jungle in the first match. Group H, Belgium Waffles, Algeria, Russia, and Korea. That's not North Korea. They were in it last time, but that's South Korea.
Belgium. They're so nice. I mean, probably one of my favorite teams as a style, as players also. They're so young. Yeah. They have the defenders, they have the midfield, they have also the strikers. I don't know if I have to say the names from that team. Fellaini, Benteke, Hazard, Company. Belgium, I would say, is the first. As a second team, Russia, I don't know, they're probably better than Algeria and Korea, and the same as Belgium. But in Brazil, I don't know. In the jungle, it's not not their place. So, as a second team here, I would say Algeria.
Well, maybe you're scared of Putin attacking you.
Yeah, I guess.
No, Belgium is my number one, and I really don't. Algeria robbed Burkina Faso of qualification. Oh my god, I can rant all day about that. Russia, I don't see talent, but I think Korea is my surprise upset in this group. You?
I mean, Belgium is definitely one of the best teams in the tournament. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go the way to the semifinals. Algeria and Korea, I don't really know much about them yet, but I think Russia is going to be the second team that makes it out of this group. One of the biggest reasons is that they're hosting the next World Cup after Brazil, and the Russian government is pumping all kinds of money into developing players and getting them ready and showing the world how big they can be in soccer. And also they had a dismal World Cup 4 years ago. They got humiliated in the last game of the World Cup, and I think they were determined after that to invest in younger players. So this is going to be a very young team, and I think that I wouldn't put too much significance into the weather conditions in Brazil. I think that all the teams are going to have enough time to get used to the conditions there. And, it's probably tougher for a team like Russia to play there than it would be for a team like Brazil. But I really think that Russia will do well and get out of the first round.
maybe we should say that something for Korea, because they have always been in the World Cup since they hosted the 2002 World Cup.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
Korea are a good team.
Yeah, they made it all the way into the semifinals back then, right?
Yes, yeah, they beat Italy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So
Good.
our man Roscoe here has found out that it's physically possible that if Brazil wins their group, which is a likely event, and Argentina win, well, obviously they have to make the final, but if Argentina win their group or Spain win their group, then it would be physically possible that Argentina or Spain can play Brazil in the final, because the way the bracket is set up.
Yeah, and my top four is probably most of the people also think that this is the top four, and it's Germany, Spain, Argentina, and Brazil. And I say that Brazil and Argentina will see each other in the final. I don't know who's gonna win. It's gonna be a tough game if that happens, but it's gonna be a fascinating World Cup for sure.
Yeah, Argentina, I think, will play Spain in the semis. I do have a similar top four with him, the exact same, I believe. Who top four?
I mean, top four, I agree. Brazil, Argentina, Spain, and Germany. Brazil, if they make it into the final of the World Cup, playing at home, they're going to win the final. I think that's a given to me. I've never liked Brazil. I really hope that they don't make it into the final. I really am going to be rooting for Argentina. I still like Spain a lot. Spain, but again, a European team has never ever won in America at all. So maybe this is the first time it happens, but it's against the odds. So I have to go with Brazil, Argentina, Germany, and Spain.
Who do you think? You think Brazil's gonna win it? You said
Argentina.
Me? I mean, I've always wanted to say Colombia, but I gotta say Brazil.
Brazil. And I think that will do it.
Good round.
Thanks
Thank you for
watching.
joining us today. That was fun.
Thank you. It was fun, really.
Hello, welcome to FC Insiders, the show that always. Oh. Are you gonna rant about Bosnia still?